Mm. Ska-ba-ba-da-da-bow.
Damn right.
Mm.
Burning desires.
Welcome to Indy OnlyFans Sports Podcast. This is Dan. I'm here with Brother Jameson
Hello.
and the Dope Boys, a.k.a. Cousin Barry.
Barry Allen.
Greetings.
So today we're going to talk Indy Sports Podcast. We're going to talk Indy Sports. We're going to talk a little Colts. We're going to talk briefly some Pacers. Only thing really going on with the Pacers is Team USA and Haliburton. We'll talk about that just a little bit.
I've got a crap ton of deep dive on odds for the FIBA and
Let's go.
rosters. I mean, come on.
Damn, some research and
Gambling
development.
I did research this time.
I
so
love it, man. Perfect. So Cousin Barry coming in hard with the Team USA gambling tips.
I have been reviewing a lot of football film too, so
I love it.
Wow.
So since the last
Center
podcast,
row.
we had our big boy league, the 29th year RFL draft. So we'll talk about that at the end. We won't make everybody listen to that. And so if you stay till the end, you get to hear about the RFL. You're going to get to hear about some Center Grove soccer, and of course, burning desires.
Burning desires.
Barry, do you have a burning desire today to tease in?
no FIBA World Cup.
Nice. Jameson, what's your burning desire?
Oh, lots of things.
It's just
Obviously, my burning desire still remains the EPL, which is now 2 games deep.
all right. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Liverpool rebuild
Right.
in the midfield. Love it. Dominic Soboslai
Yeah.
is a beast.
So I sent a text out with the list of what we're going to talk about today, and burning desires was at the end, and which proceeded to get 4 or 5 gifts of, I don't who is that?
I don't know.
Just
smoke
some
show.
smoke show.
Make sure she's the
Yeah.
picture
Which
for this pod, please.
which somehow kind of snowballed into. Oh no, that was another text chain, but we ended up talking about Paris Hilton, and I feel like we just kind of need to acknowledge that Paris Hilton is still a smoke show.
Yeah, 42 years old.
Yeah, we looked at some pictures of her. It's-
Woof.
Yeah, still just fantastic. All right, so Colts still in training camp. Practiced with the Bears last week. Had a preseason game with the Bears last weekend.
Beat the Bears.
And the big news in this time is that, first of all, Anthony Richardson is the starting quarterback in Week 1. We know that.
Let's hope Anthony's better than Trent.
Exactly. And secondly, the Jonathan Taylor drama is continuing. And just today, the national media is talking about how the Colts have granted him permission to seek a trade. So what are your thoughts, and what do you know about the Jonathan Taylor stuff right now?
You summed it up. They said, go out. If you can find a trade, we'll entertain it. We want a first round or a package of picks that would equal a first round, which is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the McCaffrey was 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that what it was? I was going to...
I think it was like 2, 3, 4, 5 for McCaffrey. I'm sure if somebody offered us that, we'd snap their arm and take it.
San Francisco gave up a second, third, fourth, and fifth pick.
I feel like that's what somebody said on a national TV show. I'd have to confirm.
Yeah.
But it was not a small amount of picks.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, half
that was for a healthy running back
Right,
who was
second and third.
under contract for a few more years.
Fact.
What's your guess, Barry, on what do you think is going to happen? Like, what do you actually think is going to, like, when Week 1 gets here, what's going to be the situation?
Jonathan Taylor will be on the field for the Colts. I don't think he's going to be able to find a trade partner. Miami, maybe, right?
Yeah, that's the team that I was looking at, or wasn't I? Not that I'm personally looking at, but that's the team I read that was interested. What does Miami have to give us? I mean,
Draft picks.
right? Dude, how many?
Tyreek Hill.
Miami's draft picks are not going to be good though. So if it's going to be Miami, like I would want a bunch. Like I wouldn't take a second, third only. I'd want another pick in there. But I think it's the Colts calling his bluff.
Yeah.
There's no money out there for running backs. Nobody's getting paid at a running back position. So I think it's them just saying, hey, good luck. Go for it. Let's see
Yeah.
what you can get, bud. But there's nothing out there.
They, I wrote down in my notes, this is Ballard calling his bluff.
Fact.
It's like, all right, sure, we'll let everybody know you're available. We'll field offers. You find one you like, go ahead. If it's we gotta like it too, but go ahead. And so my prediction of what's going to happen is, I bet we throw a little money his way somehow. You know what I mean? Couple million, 2-3 more million somehow, just kind of help him to save face.
Massage it.
Yeah, but it's just saving face for him because he kind of looks silly at this point.
He looks like a petulant child.
a little bit. Yeah.
Is it maybe his agent who's making him look silly? And
His
who's
agent
the one
is
acting
maybe.
the silliest of all?
Piece of work.
Because
Although all parties involved are just kind of ridiculous right now. Colts included.
Irsay is
and
incredible at looking like an idiot. Too.
Irsay, wow.
he's an idiot, but
He's
our
already
idiot.
From my understanding,
Idiot Dr. Peppa.
Taylor this is like not doesn't match his like who he really is as a person. You know what I mean? Kind of painting him in a bad light, but I guess I get it from his point too. But my prediction is we throw him a little money. Ballard called his bluff, but he'll be running for us in week 1.
I just for my sake hope he's running somewhere.
Yeah, Jameson got. When did you get
The
him?
very end of the 3rd round, which honestly I couldn't pass it
Insane.
up. I couldn't pass it up because if he plays
Yeah.
and he's 80% of what he could be, he's still freaking worth a 3rd round pick.
I had him and
Gets
Hawkinson.
traded to Miami, and you have that guy on the Miami
That'd be
Dolphins.
so sexy.
Would it? I mean,
Yes,
there's a lot of running backs in Miami right now.
Well,
but they're not Jonathan Taylor.
That's true. Yeah, he's a unicorn. He's a beast, man. When he's healthy,
is.
and he's a beast. Okay, so I hope he's playing for us. I like him, but I hope he's playing for us, and the chemistry's not bad. That's my worry. Is that there's just is it irreparable what's happened, and will it make the chemistry bad if he's playing for us?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope not.
I think they'll just go out there and play. He's going to be playing for a contract, and Anthony
Mhm.
Richardson's just going to be playing. So
Yeah.
get on board.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson. All right, so we all watch a lot of like TV, ESPN, Fox, whatever, football shows, right? And listen to a lot of radio shows, a lot of podcasts. Like lately, I've noticed. Once I noticed that I can't not everyone that talks about Anthony Richardson, like grown men on TV. Like I saw Rich Eisen today. Like they're just
Crushing.
They just are like I heard one guy say, I am so excited to watch Anthony Richardson play this year. And like he's must-see TV, I think, for everyone
Yes.
at this point, which is, I guess I didn't realize till this week that just once I noticed how excited everyone else is, the national people, I'm like, oh, God, is this like going to be a phenomenon thing? Like he could end up just being Justin Fields 2.0, like he was at the end of last season, hopefully.
He is a man-child that if he can harness the strength and power that he's got,
Of Zeus.
yes, then because what I watched the one preseason game, he just struggles with touch passes, which I mean,
Right.
when you have a freaking flamethrower for an arm, I'm sure that's what it's going to be the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty surprised to see he didn't really take off running at all in that game. I don't know if that was a coaching decision, like, hey, let's try to stay in the pocket and throw some balls, bro.
Right.
There was one where he got outside of the pocket and he just like shrugged some 270-pound lineman off of him like it was not even there.
Then juke that 180-pound
And
defensive
trucked.
back.
He took a defensive back and trucked him about 3 or 4 yards. It was freaking so glorious to see.
He's like a giant linebacker
He's
size, man. I mean,
Do you remember going a long time ago to the Tennessee Titans game, sitting in the front row and watching Vince Young walk out on the field?
yeah,
That's what he looks. He just reminds me of that athlete. Like Vince Young was unfreaking real to see
Yeah.
in person,
Yeah.
and I couldn't imagine. Like, he's bigger than Vince Young, which is fucking
Is he
scary.
really?
Yes,
Oh man.
that's crazy, dude. Because I remember looking at Vince Young thinking that dude's bigger than a lineman, and he's
Yeah.
their quarterback. So that's. I mean, I can't wait to see him play like a live
know.
game. He's gonna make some real dumb mistakes, but I don't care. Like Manning was awful in his first year. So what? Like
Yeah.
once he grows into that position, man, I just hope and pray that he is everything he can be.
Ugh. I know. I'm such a homer, man. I like what I was so excited to like notice that just normal national type media people were
Yes.
just salivating and just like every time they start talking about players they're excited about. He's pretty much number one on everyone's list.
He's number one in my heart.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get tickets for his first game. I've been thinking about that, but stay tuned. Little follow-up here. The 49ers gave up, you were right, a second, third, and fourth in 23, and then a fifth in 24. That's a haul. I think I would be happy with that. I would be happy with the second, third, and fourth.
Right.
Be
And I
happy
think
with 1 second.
I think if you look at McCaffrey's first couple of years compared to Taylor, they're very, very comparable. McCaffrey was hurt all the time too, and Taylor's been pretty nicked and banged, and they both catch the ball out of the backfield. They're both, if they get in the open field and you're not catching either one of them, like if I'm Irsay and Ballard, I'm like, this is the same guy. Like we want exactly what they got.
Mm-hmm.
Fair trade.
Fair trade. Do it. I just would hate to see him like go to the Bears, or we surely wouldn't trade him within division either, right?
No.
So, all right. Any other Colts news? I mean, those are obviously the two big stories for the Colts fans right now. Any smaller stories or anything you've noticed or are interested in the last couple weeks?
Yeah, the one thing I noticed is 53 was also on the field.
Nice.
Which really gives me the tinglies.
Let's go.
Because he is 100% a difference maker on the field when he plays. Like, he's so good. It makes our defense so much better. They don't have to cover nearly as much ground because the dude is fucking everywhere. I love Shaquille Leonard.
You wanted to say
Don't
Darius.
call me
I
Darius.
did.
Yeah.
I got you, Shaquille.
Shaquille. Yes, he takes us from being kind of a in the 20s defense to being or low teens defense.
Right.
If not creeping into the top 10. All right, you ready to move on to some basketball?
B-ball.
So, yeah, Team USA has been, I believe the 5 games they've played are exhibition.
Correct.
But they've been, like, international basketball now is, like, everybody is right there with us or, not too far behind. It's a little bit different game. And I just think it's been, it really, because Haliburton is on the team, I've been kind of paying attention and following it a little more. And the thing I noticed is that's as far as an Indy sports fan that's encouraging is that he is clearly like one of the leaders of the team, and he's in the what I would call the closing 5, right? So games on the line, what 5 players are on the court, and it's been him and Brunson, Jaren Jackson Jr. Help me out, Barry. I want to Paolo Banchero, and then who's the other forward? Sorry, I'll look it up and get back on that. But yeah, he's amazing, and in that setting where he's playing with the best players and some of the best players in the NBA, for him to be a leader and to be in the closing 5 just makes me super stoked for the Pacers season.
I haven't been able to watch any of the games. I know we did put a beat down on Spain, which the Spanish national team pretty good these days. So, yeah, anytime your franchise guy is in the top closing 5 for USA basketball, he's pretty damn good. I don't care who is and isn't playing. It's not 15 years ago where USA basketball did kind of suck for a minute. We are still USA basketball, and if Haliburton is your point guard,
America.
Hell yeah, boy. If Halliburton is your point guard, then, that's pretty nice. I am pretty pumped for this year. Sports-wise, I think this is going to be the first year in a long time where I feel like all of my teams have a chance to actually make the playoffs and do something. Makes me tingly.
Yeah. Barry, you said you did some research on this stuff. What you got?
I just looked up some odds, whatnot. And to your point, Danny, the U.S. roster is stacked. Anthony Edwards, other forward.
That's the one. Yeah, Anthony Edwards. He's been
man.
Dominating. He's been like.
He's a monster, man.
I heard.
Dropping 30+ every game.
Yeah, he's the focal point. Everything's going through him. He's clearly like the Kobe Jordan kind of guy on this team, and which makes me wonder what the hell have the Minnesota Timberwolves been doing to this kid, man. God, because I need to go and try to find a copy and watch the whole games, but I guess he's just been a freak. So is Jaren Jackson Jr. though.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is so good. Like, if that guy could stay out of foul trouble in the NBA, like, he would be so good. Every game I ever watch of the Grizzlies, he tends to get 3 fouls in like 10 minutes. But when he's on the floor, he's just huge. He can shoot threes and block shots. Like, he's a true 3D swing out forward. Like, he does everything.
He's Defensive Player of the Year, isn't he? Or
If he wasn't, he was runner up.
I think he was. I think he was the.
Yeah, he's nasty. So,
He's nasty.
he nasty.
What are the odds, B-Ray?
USA, care to take a guess?
I would to win it all.
Plus
Correct.
140.
Hold on, I would
Plus
say,
140.
No, I would say. I would say plus 250.
Wow, negative 125.
Really, minus 125?
Yeah, you think who's the threat? To
Who's
US?
the full roster? Let's get the full. Do you have the full roster?
I do.
Let's hear that.
Paolo,
Yep.
Mikal Bridges,
Okay.
not the other one. What do you think Zerbiak thinks about Tyrese finishing games with Jalen Brunson?
Fuck
Is he
Serbia.
against that?
His stupid eyebrows.
Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram. That's pretty nasty.
BI.
Jaren Jackson, Cam Johnson, Walker Kessler, Bobby Portis, Austin Reeves.
Yeah. Reeves has been like one of the top 7 rotation players too. He's been like him and Brunson. And they've been playing. It seems like they've been playing Haliburton kind of like almost like a 2 or 3.
Austin Reeves is sneaky.
He's
sneaky good.
I like him. Yeah, I've been buying cards of his.
He's like, he just has no fear. He just freaking plays and
Yeah.
has no fear. I like him.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, that is a nice lineup. It's not like it's if we can win with this lineup, that'd be cool.
That'd be real
So
cool.
cool.
Well, just
Be a
because
lot cooler if you did.
just because you don't have LeBron on here, you don't have Steph on here, you don't have
Right.
the
old people.
the old
The old guard.
established people, right? These are the new kids. Let's do this.
Ant-Man. The Ant-Man his athleticism can single-handedly win games, though. Like, that guy's a monster. When he decides to turn it on, like, he could be the best player in the NBA. He's huge, man. He's like a Mack truck. He can jump out of the gym. He can shoot. He can D up. I love the Ant-Man.
I do too. I'll be interested to see what Minnesota does because they've got just too many big men. They've got Gobert. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. They signed Naz Reid to a big contract. And so they've got moves to make, too. I could see Towns getting traded somewhere for a good, solid name, and which would be good for the Ant-Man, I believe. What else? What else you got on FIBA, B-Ray?
What's care to guess the second, third, fourth favorites?
Okay, yeah. I will
Canada.
say.
Canada, correct. That roster's go toe-to-toe with the U.S.
Yeah.
all day.
I mean, Danny has been talking up Canadians
Yes.
for...
Yeah, I told you the Canadian roster was sick
So
months ago.
these are the players that are not on the Canadian national team. Matherin, Benedict, Nemhard, Wiggins, and Shaden Sharp.
They're not on. They didn't make the
No.
squad.
No, they're that good.
Jalen Murray left, too, right?
Jamal Murray, he's playing.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah. We have such old man disease.
I know. I
Where,
did.
where we can remember
Jalen Rose.
last names, but not the Murray kid, the Murray boy.
Kid.
He just won a
Oh.
championship.
I think he left. He's not playing. Well, I saw that this week that Jamal Murray decided to step out.
Well, that affects those odds then. Plus
It sure
950.
does.
He's probably
Well, that was as of today, so if he's not on the roster, I guess it'd be reflected.
he's in Europe with Jokic watching horse
Just
racing,
Just doing
Slaying.
Serbian things.
Yeah.
Yes.
slaying.
Serbian women everywhere. Da. Vodka for you, Jamal.
Was Canada the second?
Along with France, plus 950.
They're each or 9 plus 950, so it goes from
Correct.
minus 125 to plus 950.
Yes, that's odd, isn't it?
God, I'm gonna have to drop some coin on it because the U.S. hasn't won this in a long time.
So you're going to bet against the U.S.?
No, I'm not. Do not even say that.
No. Yes. Wembanyama's not playing for France, right?
I didn't see him on the roster
Yeah, I didn't
research.
think he was.
No, he is not. He announced that. Yeah, he's not
Well,
playing.
you got Gobert,
Gobert.
Fournier, Nicholas Batum.
Gobert. COVID ground zero.
The Big Maple's playing for the Canadian national team, so
Who's the big maple?
Zach Edey.
Is he really?
Oh, wow.
Is he? That is amazing, B-Ray.
The
Good
big
for you.
Maple.
Does that kind of make you kind of like a quasi-Canadian fan?
Yeah, but then I got to put some money on those Aussies too. So
All right, so Spain, or I'm sorry, Canada and France are the second and third ranked.
yeah, Australia right behind them, plus 1,000,
Australia. Where's Spain?
plus 1,200.
Yeah, is Luka playing for his country,
Yes,
which is Serbia?
Slovenia.
Slovenia. Duh.
Das ist gut.
Dokic.
Dogic.
Danic. What other little FIBA nuggets you got?
Does it bug you when U.S. players play for other countries? That probably happens in
Give me an
soccer.
example.
Yeah,
It
please.
does happen in soccer.
Please explain.
The Jordan Clarkson playing for the Philippines, for example.
What is he got a mother that's like
Correct.
yeah, grandmother, mother.
Name.
Kyle Anderson is playing for China because of a maternal great-grandfather.
Kyle Anderson is?
Yeah, for China.
He's got like a weird nickname. It's like Slow Mo or something like that.
Yeah, I
or-
did see that today.
I mean, I'm not mad at him. At least they're hooping.
Yeah, why not?
You're not good enough to make the U.S. roster, so
I bet there's some financial incentive to that as well.
backed.
Okay, I thought this was amateur.
Yeah, nothing's amateur anymore, Barry.
Don't
The integrity of the game you're talking about, Jameson.
Yeah.
don't we pay our national team soccer players?
Yes.
Yeah. So why wouldn't the field hockey kids get paid?
Because of the gate.
No, just kidding. I love field hockey.
Lacrosse. Let's go.
Is there a difference between field hockey and lacrosse?
I don't know. I don't know why I
Yes.
picked field hockey.
Field hockey is mainly a female sport. They use hockey sticks and they're bent over most of the time. Lacrosse has the sticks with the nets.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
You're like I'm not taking that bait. pull that hook back. All right, FIBA. So FIBA, how about it? What else we got?
What else you got?
I don't know. Nothing, man. I wasn't expecting this giant rabbit hole. I love it. I just am itching and dying to talk basketball. Like I can't wait for October to get here.
I'm itching to watch the German team with Franz.
Franz Wagner, does Mo play as well?
Dennis Schleder.
Dirk come out of retirement to play with the Wagner boys.
And classic pacer Daniel Tice.
Do you-
Daniel Tice.
Is Tice on the shipments?
Correct.
Do you know what before the game? Do you know what prayer they pray?
9.
Nothing, because they are nihilists.
They care about nothing?
We believe in nothing. Is there a better movie than that movie? Not sure there is.
Oh shoot!
Big Lebowski, bud.
Yeah, they believe in nothing. I don't know why I. Never mind. I'm gonna snip that thought in the bud.
Well done.
Yeah.
Outtakes.
Yeah. Well, self-control.
Let's go review some film, man.
So we're what are we 2 weeks away from kickoff roughly, ish for NFL. What are on our win totals pod? We're all pretty bullish on the Colts. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we were.
Are we still there? I mean, like
I am.
like with the Taylor stuff, Richardson's the starter. Knowing, like you said, Shaq Leonard is healthy. So knowing what we know now, if you could go back in time, would you change your bullishness?
What did I take him? What was the over I took?
Good question.
I mean, I would
I
continue.
think we were all about 9 or 10 wins.
I would
I think most of
continue
us were
to
too.
take the value of them to win the division because
Our division
sucks. Jacksonville.
Yeah. Tennessee may come in a little bit sneaky. I like I like Tennessee's coach. I think he's a good coach, and his sons are freaking amazing. That
Yeah.
might be the best thing that ever happened in COVID. Were Mike Vrabel's sons at the NFL draft.
Yes. That was fantastic. Everybody's analyzing that film. We all picked the over, but the over's only 6.5. But I think we all picked them to win the division as well.
Just based on the value.
Yeah.
Homer.
I mean, I've got him. I'm still down for 7 or 8 wins.
If Richardson is as dynamic as what a lot of like all these grown ass men so excited about him and women too. If he is, if he,
to my female homies out there.
If he, well, you know, Mom listens to this, so.
I'm serious, Boone.
And Nancy.
Is she going to take Anthony Richardson with that first
Number
pick?
1 pick, AR5.
Go, Mom.
Michael Pittman.
Get it, Debbie.
Our moms listen to the pod, so.
My mom does not.
Get Sandy
Your
on
mom
that,
does-
please.
Give me her number. I'm gonna forward it to her.
I will let you know.
But anyway, if Richardson is like that dynamic right out of the gate, and actually we win some games early, I could see the momentum and like just this good energy just snowballing to where we do win the division, make the playoffs, and then here's what happens. Okay, that energy snowballs from there, rolls on into the Pacers squad. All of a sudden, the whole city's just buzzing. Indy 500 gets here.
We're in the playoffs.
Pacers and Racers, bud. Pacers and Racers.
Yeah, the
Eastern Conference Finals.
the seats hanging on the back of
Wow.
the seats hanging on the back of the chairs at the arena are the old checkered yellow ones that they do when the race is there. I mean, it's
Pacers and Racers.
I mean, just make it happen.
Wow.
Like, believe it, and it will happen. That's all I'm saying.
Build it.
So how do you guys feel about it?
I'm not quite
Sign me up.
sure I'm on the same snowball roll, but I think the Colts, I mean, their schedule's not, like, it doesn't freak you out, and
It really depends on Jacksonville, right? I mean, like, we played them week 1.
I think we do. Yes, we do. If we win that game week 1, that's huge.
That's huge.
It's at our place, too.
Is it? You sure?
It is.
Okay.
Looking at it right now.
All right.
Jags at Colts.
God, let's go. That's a big game right out of the gate, boys. That's a big game right out of the gate.
Just come out and freaking
Trevor
punch Trevor
Lawrence.
Lawrence right in his fat face.
I guess his big, long, fat
Pull his hair.
horse face. That's mean, Barry. Don't say that.
What? Are we talking about Trevor Locke's or
Trevor
Lawrence's glowing locks?
Trevor Locke.
Trevor Locks.
Got his hair on my brain right now. Somebody say Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Locksons.
Yeah.
Trevor Locks.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, if that we win that game, though, that's
He
nice.
does look like a cartoon character of a prince in a Disney movie, doesn't he?
Trevor, where's Rapunzel?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to win that first game. I guess that's kind of said all of that just to say we really need to win week 1.
I mean, week 2 we play the Texans.
Oh,
Could be 2-0
We could be right.
going into the Ravens.
Ooh, where's that
At the Ravens.
Okay, we'll
But
take
the
the L there.
Ravens don't freaking scare
You don't scare me, Ravens.
Freaking
Hey.
Ravens. They got a new offense this year.
You don't scare me.
Lamar's actually going to throw the ball. Right.
yeah.
That's worked out really well.
Right. Big
yeah.
contract.
Yeah, 250
Thanks,
million.
Lamar.
Then the Rams
Oh my God.
at home,
3-1, 4-0 maybe.
and then the Titans at home,
Please, Titans.
and then the
Brave
Jags
ball.
again. So we get the Jags twice in 6 weeks.
If we win,
If we're 4-2,
5-1, 4-2.
oh,
Dare I say 6-0?
I mean, it's very conceivable we're 4-2.
Right. Nailed it.
Shit, man.
Yeah. This is a. We are sports fanatics. I mean,
Yeah.
please.
Andy's local sports source. Just whatever.
All right. So
So you're upping your total to 12 wins, 12 and 5. I mean, we're there now, right?
12-5.
Go find the odds on over 11.5. So
yeah. Yeah. Whew.
I'd be happy with 8 wins. I'm going to temper my expectations here
Yeah.
a little bit.
8 wins will cash that over ticket. Solid.
It's progress.
Yeah, it's progress. We'll maybe still get a little tiny momentum ball rolling into the Pacer season. Okay, let me out. Here's a question for you. If you could have one wish and
Pacers.
you know what I'm going to ask, don't you?
Pacers or Colts make the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Pacers for sure. I don't know. That's tough. Pacers.
Moving on.
All right. So, yeah, you boys ready to talk some RFL action? Or is there, before we get to that, any NFL storylines other than Colts local stuff that you find interesting lately?
Yeah, I've got a list of 15 players here that I've got lots of cool nuggets on that we can definitely go over.
Let's do it.
They would be we'll start with my number 1 pick, Austin Eckler.
Hold on. So these 15 players are the guys on
I get it.
I know a lot about those guys, and they all look really good. So.
I get it.
Wow.
Waddle.
I get it. Let's see. You just literally left me speechless.
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins.
Been stinging you late in the 4th with Mike Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
All 5 weeks that he plays.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, Barry is currently roster baiting all over the room.
My fantasy football team is the best.
All right,
This
so
is the first year in ever that Barry did not go running back. The old Jason Williams running backs for days picks. Love it.
I did eventually.
Well done, Jay Will.
Barry, give us a rundown of who all came into town for the old RFL draft.
Jameson came over from Center Grove
Held it.
to the east side of Greenwood. Danny came from downtown Greenwood.
Ch-ch!
Devo came from Amish country, right?
Yeah.
The fort.
Brad came
Fort.
from around the way, Valley Vista.
Yeah.
We had Ms. Wiggy from California was there.
Nice.
Jason Williams from downtown Indy.
Hova.
Phil Connolly.
Phil Conley. Great to see you, Phil.
Mark
Hello,
Pasalo
fellas.
from Crown Point.
Can I just tell you what a fun Phil fact that just almost made me piss my pants because it's just so funny how he said it too. I said, can I please put that on the pod? He's like,
Yes.
of course. He said the first piece of real estate that he goes, the first piece of real estate that I've owned in my entire life is just bought my grave plot.
Yeah, my burial plot.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was so funny, man.
That's insane. Like, who's like 20-something is like, I'm going to buy my burial plot.
I know, right? Yeah. I have no idea where I'll be
Classic.
buried yet.
Classic Phil. That's amazing.
I know. I thought it was hilarious. All right, go ahead, Barry. Sorry to interrupt.
CPL, Mikey. Don't forget about Sleeping Mike. I think that's it, right?
Yeah. So
Mark
did I
Vassallo.
call
I called Vassallo.
Seep the wrong? Is it Sep or Seep? It's Seep.
CPL.
Sorry, CPL. I think I called you Sep a couple times again.
You
Old
do
dogs.
that every single time you see
Yes.
him. I've just figured it was intentional by this point.
No, it really isn't. So
it
no,
really is
just
like
a
a
poke.
brain
no
block.
again, it's the old man thing. It's like the boy who lives the Crown Point
the
kid.
science
Hey,
bill.
Sep, you know who I'm
Sep.
talking about. Seppo.
Your friend CPL. Yeah. So my apologies. So Sep was there. Mikey. Who else?
I think that's it, right? Was
Yeah.
that 11 people? Did I
Yeah.
forget
It was
anybody?
so 11 of 14. Not present.
Antonio was there, rocking the non-fantasy.
That's right. We got to send Antonio this podcast link. And not present was
Weaver.
the Booters, Weaver, Tommy, the Booters, and who else?
D-Dog.
D-Dog. D-Dog. Where were you, D-Dog? Dang.
Florida.
Yeah, so go ahead, Barry. What are your overall how did you feel like the draft went? Anything that on your team or anyone else's team, I don't want to be negative about anyone's team, but is there anything that caught your eye, good or bad?
I will refuse to be negative on this podcast. But
Excellent.
If you
Well
would
done,
like
Barry.
to talk to me offline, then
Yeah, I mean, obviously people whisper like,
Oh.
"Oh, so and so." Woo! What the hell were they thinking?
I
round
know
two?
when I left, basically when the draft wrapped up, Devo was already outside talking to his brother, probably walking him off a cliff.
Oh, you did what? Why? What?
I don't know. I walked out to the garage. Devo was out there talking to D-Dog. It was classic twin telepathy talk.
Like discussing their teams? Yeah,
Probably.
I get that. I mean, they're fantasy brothers through and through.
Mm-hmm.
D-Dog's problem was that he did not take his twin brother's advice for
Which
a
was?
successful fantasy draft.
Must
No ballers.
be a baller.
No ballers.
Yeah.
But who am I to talk?
So Barry, you said you and a couple of the other roadies sat in front of the draft board and pontificated, and so what was the overall consensus of who had the best team? Is there best drafted team in your opinion?
I don't know. It's I
wanna-
think Vassallo had a very good draft.
Yeah.
But it's all relative. Weaver had a great draft. Cooper Kupp falls to 14th overall.
Yeah. You want to say yourself, don't you?
No, I would never say that.
Yeah.
You can say that, though, if you want.
Hold on, let me look. I don't think I can.
Yes, you can. You can say I had the best draft.
You had a good draft. You did.
Thank you.
The one player you took that really, like, I had plans for was James Cook. And I would have liked to have had him in round 5, but Jameson, how do you feel like you did, bud?
I think it all depends on Jonathan Taylor.
2 tight end strong.
Yeah, 2 tight end. I think I have 2 good players at every position, so I do like that. It does make me warm and fuzzy. I do. I hate fucking quarterbacks. We'll just throw that out there. We've made that point many times on this podcast.
Yeah, you waited so long to draft one.
I did because I've drafted.
He hates them.
I've drafted them early, and they get hurt, and they screw me.
I see. So,
and I do. I mean, I've talked shit about Kirk Cousins in the past, but I'm like, I looked at his stats. The nice thing about Kirk Cousins is he's consistent, and I did take Brock Purdy super late.
I like Purdy.
I think Brock Purdy has a chance to be a top 10 fantasy guy.
Yeah, I think that's
the weapons
a little adventurous, but
easy, but
it's a little adventurous.
his weapons are second to none.
Yeah.
I will throw that out there.
He has weapons.
That might be
You
top 5
were you were the last one to draft a quarterback.
fact.
Well done. I like that. It's kind of a badge of honor in my opinion.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I did want to take Anthony Richardson in the round that you took him.
Is that right?
Yes.
Trade.
You were going to pick him like as your second quarterback?
Correct.
Yeah, I got him in round
10, I think.
late, man. Round 9. And that's my favorite pick of the draft for myself.
I mean, have we talked about the snowball of the Colts?
Yeah.
It would had he not drafted Anthony Richardson,
That snowball wouldn't have
little
happened, right.
craziness
like-
earlier.
It would have been like the top,
5
the head of the
notches down.
snowman type snowball, but now that he drafted Richardson, it is the
barreling downhill.
It's
It's
almost
500 miles per hour.
No, it's almost like the Succession snowball.
Huh? You don't know what a snowball is, Barry?
You don't know what Tom in Succession at his bachelor party?
He got snowballed.
Vague recollection. Yes.
Look it up.
I will.
I'm not going to go into verbal detail of an explanation of
Understood.
yeah.
Oh, what is it again?
Snowball.
Yeah. Anyway, Anthony Richardson snowballed into my life in round 9.
Sounds like
wow.
Hey, whatever.
it. Your mom goes to college.
Yeah, exactly. So, Barry, you waited till round 6 and 7 and snagged a couple QBs.
Correct my no.
DJ, Daniel Jones, and Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, I don't know if we decided or not, but Daniel Jones is a
an
rushing
absolute
quarterback.
rushing quarterback.
It's been established.
Yes. It is decided.
It is known, Khaleesi.
It is decided.
Yes, exactly. And then, so who will you start in week 1, Barry? Daniel Jones or Tua?
I think I have to start Tua while Tua is
Yeah.
playing, right?
I
I
don't
think
know.
the matchup, Daniel Jones is Dallas.
That'll be fun for you every week. I feel like I'm going to have that decision. If Richardson actually pans out, like I'm going to, like, do I start Burrow or Richardson? It may end up being the
Trade
one.
bait.
Yeah.
Jameson's in the same boat. Cousins or Purdy.
Yeah, because Purdy's top 10.
He's
Correct.
gonna be. Keep talking
And it's-
shit.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Keep talking shit.
What do you
Look
want
at,
for
when
me?
he came in and started playing for the Niners, look at that dude's stats. He's a freaking monster.
That was at Tom's bachelor party, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about now. you figured out what it is, I see. Yeah. Let's look at I personally don't feel like anyone had a horrible draft. Like
Agreed. Everybody's very equal.
Yeah,
We're an
it's
equal
going to be a
opportunity
fun
league.
it's going to be a fun season. Going to be a lot of close games.
I like Mikey's team quite a bit.
Let me see, Mikey, McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, DK Metcalf, Drake London, Alexander Madison,
These are all guys I know you don't like, but
Marquise Brown.
they can be
It's
argued.
not that I don't like them. It's just that I wouldn't take them where you have to take them to get them.
And I feel like he got them a little bit later than
Yeah, he took. Yeah, I mean, he got Henry real late, actually. That's value. DK, I wouldn't take him right there. I would have taken Ridley all day, or even T. Higgins or DJ Moore. But I think I would have taken Metcalf over Debo Samuel and Christian Watson and Jerry Jeudy, but I feel like Calvin Ridley. He scares me though because he burned me a couple years. The year that I drafted him in the first year was the year that he got in trouble and got suspended or got hurt or some shit. I have a bad taste in my mouth with him. So
Good you didn't get him.
I know. Yeah, I took Hawkinson in the third because I had Hawkinson in my queue, and then I'm sitting there looking at him like Jonathan Taylor is available here, and so that's a tick down into the red almost where it was like beep.
Oh,
beep,
I know.
beep.
We were
Yeah, you guys were
discussing.
I'm like, but I just couldn't do it. Not with the unknown status, but Jamison, you getting him at the end of the third, like that's good value.
I liked it.
If he pans out, you got Pollard and Taylor. Nasty.
Why
Let's.
did you not take Cooper Kupp there?
I don't want Cooper Kupp. I did not want anything to do with Cooper Kupp.
Mhm.
Not because Cooper Kupp isn't good. It's because Matthew Stafford freaks me out. And the Rams suck. I took Tony Pollard and then got freaking Garrett Wilson right after. I like Garrett Wilson and Christian Watson. So I think
Yeah.
I like it.
I had Christian Watson at the end. I picked Christian Watson up off the waiver wire in the RFL last year, and
Yeah,
God, he was a
You
gem.
put like $20 more than I put, and I would have gotten him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fuckface.
Sorry that I'm good at math. Or I should say accounting. I'm
Nailed
not
it.
really good at math. I'm really good at accounting, though. There's a
Count my
difference.
money, y'all.
But yeah, you're gonna love him. I have a feeling Jordan Love is gonna be good. What do you guys think?
I'm not sold on him being amazing, but
Man,
I mean,
He's going to have his moments. He's going to struggle. He's going to have a nice, solid safety valve to dump the ball to all year at the tight end position.
Oh my
think- I
God, you are such a what a wizard.
wow.
He just worked in a freaking
AKA, that's my
a
title.
roster bait right there. Like that was like a sneaky reach around. Well done, kid. Luke Musgrave, Barry,
Bingo.
Nailed it.
round 13, sneaker. That's incredible. Nice move. That was well played.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's got Jordan Love? Anybody? No.
I don't think anybody drafted him.
Big Brain has Jordan Love.
Jordan Love. Buddy Love.
Yeah. Attaboy, Brain. Let's look at Brain's team. As we've
As it stands today.
correct. I got to leave the draft
refresh
board.
it, right. Refresh it
Well,
real
no,
quick.
just leave the draft board and go to reports, rosters, and look at his roster now because, as we've discussed on previous pods, he is the trade broker, and many trades have happened. In fact, let's just go through this real quick. This is the RFL segment. We should take this time now to thank our sponsors.
Big Brains trade segments.
Yeah. What's CPO or what's Sepdog's restaurant's name?
Rush on Main.
The Big Brain Trade Broker segment is brought to you by Rush on Main, Zionsville, and Brownsburg.
Zionsville's finest to Chicago eats. Italian sausage, Italian beef.
I like mine wet.
Dipped.
All right, so
I can't even say anything. Fantastic.
Oh, okay. Let me go to the. I'm sorry. Reports. Transactions. There we go. So far.
Bryce Hall for Amari Cooper.
So far, night one, or it was early morning. No, it was 1:36 p.m. the next day. Big Brain and Maverick make a trade. Amari Cooper for Bryce Hall. Fair trade. Like it.
It's a good trade
Yeah.
for Brad.
Yeah.
For both, I like it.
Yeah, I think that's a win-win. Saturday, August 19th, 9:41 p.m., we have a first of many blockbusters go down. Backcountry Mighty Booters, Tommy Tatro, sponsored by Red Rocks concert venue. Trades, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Pat Fryermuth, two Big Brain for Mark Andrews, Bryce Hall, Isaiah Pacheco. I mean, I see why both guys would do it. I think if I could just in a vacuum, if I could pick any, out of those two sets of threes, I'm taking the Andrews Hall Pacheco package personally. But I could also see where like the other three fits in okay with Brain's team too.
Brad
So-
is hardcore man crushing on Pat Fryermuth.
Is that what it is? Yeah, he is.
Until he's not.
He's a good player. I mean, but Mark Andrews he's like
He's their offense.
in the
basically.
off season. Does he not lead is he not the call of a tribe in the grasslands?
What?
I don't even know what that means. Sure.
Being for real, or
Is he not? Is he not a Dothraki call leader? No.
Rocky.
he's a Dothraki?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, looking at Matt.
I just am picturing him like back to the riding a horse. I mean, I'm picturing Mark Andrews, riding a horse, shirtless with a long ponytail, just like swiping people with like a.
I mean,
A scepter or whatever.
yeah.
much as people talk about Mark Andrews being really good, he had 0 touchdowns after week 6 last year.
Huh.
His stat line
Okay.
is 3 for 33, 0 for 0 against the Colts.
Mhm.
That's what we do. 6 for 63, 4 for 50, 4 for 53, 2 for 17, 3 for 31, 3 for 45, 9 for 100, 0 for 0.
Yeah.
And then in the wild card game, 5 for 73. So, I mean,
Touchdown regression
That's
time?
no Lamar Jackson either, though.
fact, when Lamar Jackson there is 5 for 52,
Mhm.
9 for 104 with a tud, 8 for 89 with 2 tuds,
Mm-hmm.
2 for 15, 8 for 89 tud, 7 for 106 tud. But he's getting old.
Please.
He's getting old.
No, I mean this is one of those where
Child, please.
child, please. Brain could look like a freaking genius in 2 or 3 weeks. If
Evil genius.
yeah, because
But he will have traded.
He'll have traded Aaron
All
Jones,
of those
AJ
that's
players.
Dillon,
correct.
and Fryermuth
I'm sorry.
by then, please.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I wouldn't mind having Fryermuth or any. I wouldn't mind having Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, or Fryermuth. So I mean, just take a look at my roster. Give me a call. So let's get back to the
Call
old
me.
draft board.
Hit me up.
Barry, what else? What was your favorite pick of your team?
Jalen Waddle. Waddle.
Yeah, I should have maybe taken him instead of Chris Olave. Time will tell. If I would have known I was going to draft Alvin Kamara later, I definitely would have taken Waddle instead of Olave. But Olave is available to all those listening. Jameson, what was your favorite pick of your team?
I love Tony Pollard. I'm a big Tony Pollard guy. His stupid neck thing he wears, I don't know, does it for me. No Zeke in Dallas.
He's got a hoodie.
No,
yeah,
he
what if
wears
it's like a
this,
turtleneck?
He wears like this. It looks like a headband wrapped around his neck. It's supposedly like some
Hey.
kind of like stimulator for your
Hey.
neck to keep you from getting concussions. Read about it.
Is it
Like a little.
It's
head
new
foreskin.
technology. It's
is
badass.
it a kerchief?
It is not a kerchief.
It's a head
Oh.
foreskin.
Is it a scarf?
But I like him. No Zeke in Dallas. He can break freaking 80-yard plays like it's his job.
Is it merino wool?
It is
It's
not.
an, it's an infinity. An
It's got-
infinity scarf.
It's got
It's a
infinity.
It's
scarf
a
for
merino
sure.
wool infinity scarf. I'm sorry.
I saw one other player in the
Jake
NFL
Reed
wearing
catalog.
it. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's badass because he's my guy.
yeah.
Do you have that other player on your team?
I don't know.
You should probably go.
I don't
research
think
that.
Kyle Pitts or Waller is the guy. It was a tight end.
Mm.
It might have been Dalton Schultz on the.
I was
Cowboys.
It might have been
skeptical.
Musgrave on the Packers.
I was skeptical of your
Luke.
2 tight end picks there, and then I got to looking at it, and I'm like, I kind of like it
Mm-hmm.
because I like both those guys, Waller and Pitts, and like who the other people drafted right around, that area.
Those were the two best.
Those were the
available.
two. Those were the 2 guys. And in our league, you can start them both every week.
Right.
So, why not?
I ain't mad at it.
'cause
Kyle
like-
Pitts is a tight end by name only.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have we talked about Desmond Ritter? Yeah.
What about him?
He's amazing.
Oh, okay. Are you're loving on Desmond Ritter?
No, I mean
I couldn't tell what was happening there.
he's really good. He's really
Yeah.
good. He's gonna throw a lot to Kyle Pitts.
Desmond Ritter's on the hot
He's-
seat.
he's-
Desmond Ritter either does well. I think they're going to win their division, but
He's no Jordan Love to Luke Musgrave.
I will say I'm becoming quite bullish on New Orleans. The more I
Correct.
look at their team and see.
It comes
You're
out of
starting to
defense.
feel
for
that
them.
Atlanta
New Orleans is
under
going to
6.5.
score. Can they stop anyone?
Yeah, I think they have a good D, from what I understand. I mean,
Top 5 or 6.
again, it's been established. I haven't been up in the old office watching New Orleans defensive film lately,
Yeah. Not a big film guy.
but I do love Tyrese Haliburton.
I do too.
I do watch a
Anthony
lot of
Richardson.
Tyrese Halliburton film, honestly.
Yeah, like
Start
just
Googling
clips.
Straight
Tyrese Halliburton highlights.
YouTube clips all day.
Look at this one. Ooh, look at this throw from Anthony
Snowball.
Richardson. Oh.
And then I do like.
I get
I'm
one
going to be
on the
completely
laptop,
honest.
one
Like
on the iPad.
every Anthony Richardson highlight I've
Zach
seen.
Edey on the phone.
Wow.
Surround myself.
Every Anthony Richardson highlight I've seen has been a bomb to Alec Pierce.
I know.
So I was
I was hoping other people didn't know. Who got Alec
I
Pierce?
did.
You did?
Motherfucker.
Nobody
Hold on.
drafted Josh Downs either. That's a
Yeah. Wait.
Hallelujah!
Oh, wait. Yeah, amen. Preacher hype man.
that boy Colt.
Hiccup. His nickname is Hiccup, please. Yeah, but seriously, every highlight I see of Richardson is him freaking dropping bombs to Pierce.
And Pierce dropping half.
You
of
got
them, but
Jameis-
Shut your face, Barry.
You got Jamison Williams too. And
I did.
You better spend the $15 and just put him on the IR and get yourself
No.
these 6 weeks, dude. It's
Yeah.
not like a guy that's questionable and you have to take him off in 1 week.
So
Costs you
this-
$2
this-
There's
a
no.
week.
That's
How
very-
many bye weeks are there in the first 6 weeks?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
There's
if
no
they're-
reason to pay that money to put
Hey,
him on the IR.
he'd be on the IR right now, and I'd have
absolutely.
I'd have
Ah.
Kadarius Toney on my team.
I would have a kicker and I wouldn't have to drop Paris Campbell. Would you like to trade Jamison Williams for
Trade.
Paris Campbell?
trade.
No.
Trade. I'll trade you somebody for him too. But here's
I bet you would.
I need an
Jamison
IR
Williams.
spot.
You just did two Costanza things. So the refusing to put him on IR to get a
Fact.
It's like such a George Costanza managing.
I refuse, Jerry.
Right. And then I heard that
You must exercise the gaskets.
another podcast talking about Jamison Williams. They were talking about deep picks that could win you your league kind of picks.
Yeah.
But they're like Jamison Williams, and they're like this. Like the vibes are so bad. Like everything coming out of camp, and the vibes for this guy are like so bad that it's like the George. I can't remember. There's an episode where Costanza just like does the total opposite of everything he should, and they're like, this is the George Costanza pick. Okay, So I like him though.
He's got a sick name.
I would gladly.
There's I mean, if I put him on IR, there is a receiver out there that nobody drafted that I might pick up.
Josh Downs.
What do you
No.
think? Little Marquez
Do it right now,
Scantling?
Jameson. Throw him on the IR. Spend $15 and go pick up that receiver, bro.
Yeah, don't be
No.
do it. Now that we've like pressured him into doing
He'll
it,
never do
never
it.
do it.
You
Never.
could pay for it. He
Never.
wouldn't do
I
it.
told you draft day I wouldn't do it.
I know you did.
Not gonna do it. There's no reason to do it.
It's $15.
Stupid.
That is kind of pricey to put people
Fucking
on.
stupid.
Well, it's when you start putting one guy on and taking him
It's
off
not
the next
$15.
week.
It's $18 because you got to pay $3 to pick the guy up.
$4.
Is it bumped up to $4 now?
It's been 4 for a while.
Oh yeah, I don't do a lot of ad drop either, motherfucker.
I
I
know.
just
For the
draft.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
I
and
could- I
RFL.
mean,
Just
I
draft.
just draft.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like my team's good?
Yes, I do.
Can we just stop and pause and reflect on my team? Oh, wow. It's wow.
I thought we were talking about my team.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Let's
All
see.
right.
Joey Burrow. I do like Joey Burrow.
Who doesn't? Please, he's all
I'm
American.
not sure about your
He's the all American.
your
quarterback.
running back stable is
Yeah. Hey, we started rounding ponies up late.
Cam Akers. Sick.
I think Cam Akers is a kind of a
Sneaker.
sneaky good pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Stay tuned.
Who did you take him
The
instead
Rams
of? You
running
took him
game is-
instead of somebody else right there.
Which way was that going?
Jamal
Round
Williams.
7. I
would
took
be-
him instead of DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not hearing a lot of good things about
Ca-
Swift and Philly.
No, me neither. Cam Akers is got a clear, established role there. I mean, they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna play football. They're gonna hand the ball off, and he's
Did
gonna
he
be.
just say they're gonna play football?
Yeah, I mean that's the
They're
thing.
just a good
One
solid
guy I
football
will
team.
not draft on my team.
Not play football.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, like they got to play 60 minutes of football every week, and Cam Akers is the guy getting the rock.
That's
Okay, yes,
official hot take number 3
Nailed
of
it.
the pod.
Who?
They're gonna play football.
Well, who backs up Cam Akers?
Who's on the Rams anyway?
Exactly. You guys don't know because
there is no one.
Because it's his job. He's like a sneaky bell cow.
You know why I don't know?
Ding, 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 ding.
Because
ding,
I
ding,
don't know
ding,
much
ding.
about the Rams because I knew the Rams.
Can I be
were
honest
gonna
with you
suck.
though, and like tell you that I had absolutely no intention of drafting Cam Akers. he might. This might be the only team I have him on out of 30 teams. To be honest with you,
Cam Akers.
I tell you what, I've really talked
You
myself.
do have
into
the
it.
click clack of Burrow to Chase. So,
Yeah.
I mean, did she get Chase at 5? Did that happen?
I know, guys.
Woo!
Guys,
You're just staring at Big Brain's T-shirt all night.
guys, can we talk about that? I mean, they took 4 running backs right out of the gate.
Yeah.
It went
That always
McCaffrey,
happens.
Barkley, Austin Eckler, Bijan Robinson.
That
Wow.
is so dumb. Bart.
Or no, I'm sorry.
JJ.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Because Brain took Justin Jefferson, but it's showing up as 7th on our board because
Right.
you guys traded. So actually, it went. Well, 4 of the first 5 picks were running backs.
McCaffrey, Barkley, JJ, Eckler.
And then I got Jamar Chase.
I almost took Jamar Chase just so that you would not be able to do that, but
I don't.
decided
I would have just taken
discretion.
Tyreek Hill, and been just as happy. Because then I could have said Cheetah a lot.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
Eating Cheetos and stuff.
Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
Chester Cheetah.
How do you guys feel about T.J. Hawkinson?
I like him.
Okay.
He also has long hair.
He's a Viking.
Or
I love having.
I mean,
guys.
I feel like Kirk Cousins is going to drop tons of bombs to him, touchdowns all day.
I like one of the things I like to have on my team are guys who could be stars in a Marvel movie, and I've got
Must be Avenger.
must be an Avenger. T.J. Hawkinson, Joe Burrow clearly fit that.
What?
Well,
Oh, hold on.
Jamar Chase.
What would Joe Burrow be?
Captain America? Are you
Oh, wow.
effing
I'm not
kidding
sure
me?
he's quite as big as Captain America, but
hey?
okay.
Slow.
Or I was thinking.
I mean,
Hawkeye.
he could be. Who's the guy that wears the Iron Man? He could be Iron Man. Yeah, please. Jamal Williams, Hulk. Questions?
yes, I have a lot of questions.
Do you feel
Number
like,
one,
Yeah,
how dare you?
yeah. Do you love that I actually got the starting running back for the Kansas City Chiefs in the 10th round?
Jarek McKinnon.
Yeah.
That was a good pick.
Thank you. All right, back to your guys' teams. What else is going on with your team?
The Kansas City running game reminds me a lot of the New England Patriots running game, though. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
throw that out
yeah,
there.
yeah. I
It's like
agree.
never
Kissing
know
your
who the
sister a
frick-
little bit.
Yeah,
But it has been. I went back and kind of looked at.
because 2 years ago was Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah. Well, I
Last
looked
year
at the
was
Chiefs games,
Pacheco.
but yeah. So the
McKinnon gets all the
the
throws.
guy who scores and gets
is McKinnon.
is McKinnon. Yeah.
Fact.
I was like, if
Him
that-
and Kelsey are the red zone targets.
Mhm. I'm tempted to start him week 1 against Weaver because Weaver has Mahomes, but it'd be
That'd be sneaky.
yeah, but I don't know if it's necessary.
Probably better than Cam Akers.
So let's look at the. Let's go to week 1 matchups.
Yeah.
Shall we? Let's pull that up.
We shall.
RFL week 1 matchups. We have the Cobra Kais playing Jedi Beyond Jedi.
Mikey versus Devo.
Mikey versus Devo. It says here that Mikey is a. Hold on here. Mikey is a 10.5 point favorite.
That means somebody on Devo's squad is probably on IR or something.
Or
No.
Devo just has a bad squad.
I think they
It's
just think.
got me as a minus 11, but Jonathan Taylor's got a projected 0
That's weird.
because he's on the pup.
Predictions for this game or any comments on it? I think we should do a weekly segment. If we, if we do a podcast in a week, we should just go through the matchups real quick. Kind of like
Yeah.
Devo. Don't stop writing your message board. Little mini hot takes. Those are great. But we could do a similar thing. I think
I
weekly.
mean, they're very similar.
Yeah, you got. Obviously, quarterbacks are important. Dak Prescott against Trevor Lawrence.
Obviously Lawrence is going to have a shit game against the Colts.
We'll get to
so-
see Bijan Robinson in action for the first time on Devo's team. That's going to be exciting. I think he's kind of must-see TV for me in week 1. But other than that, just a good old slobber knocker. Says Mikey's got an 89% chance of winning this on RT Sports.
Give me 10.5 for Devo plus 10.5, but
I'd take the points too.
I take Mikey on the money line.
Yeah, we could just say what our picks are against the spread on all these.
I'd take Devo plus the points.
Yeah, but then of course the lineups could change too. People could swap their lineups around.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, I would take Devo in the points
Yeah.
as well. Let's go to Trail of Your Tears. Jamison McLaughlin playing the Knight Rider. Jeff Sepiel.
I'm taking the points. Plus 11. Jamie versus Sep.
Fact. The only reason I have plus, again, it's because Jonathan Taylor is listed it with a projection of 0.
So that would be basically a pick 'em.
Oh, so you are not favored.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you're minus 11, or you're plus 11. Let me look here. Assuming that Jonathan Taylor plays, that would be probably
A pick 'em.
a pick 'em. Yeah.
Be 10 or 12 points. Projected.
I'm going to take Jameson in a tight one on that. We got Kirk Cousins going against Jared Goff, a real partner. A good old NFC North slobberknocker.
Non-running quarterback battle.
For real. It's the
Hey, I like Kirk Cousins with Tampa Bay coming up to the Vikings against Detroit going to Kansas City. I like that matchup a little bit.
yeah.
The CPL has a sick 4-receiver set with CeeDee Lamb, McLaurin, Devontae Adams, Brandon Cooks.
That is a nasty receiving core, isn't it? And he's rolling out the hero back of Damian Pierce.
I like Dameon Pierce.
Yeah, you had him last year, didn't you?
Yeah. George Kittle.
You drafted Damian Pierce before it was even cool.
Right. George Kittle, not a fan.
Yeah.
Overrated.
But when he's playing, he's good. And he's playing against you
overrated.
this week. So
Yeah.
He's
so
overrated.
he'll match one of your little 2 tight ends.
I have been on the receiving end of a George Kittle
Ass whooping.
ass poking. He's really stuck it to me once or twice in the
Vaseline or not.
raw dog. All right. Any other?
I mean,
Jameson's going with the 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back set.
yeah.
The triple trays.
It's a real, it's a triple deuce.
Yeah. I told you I got 2 good players at every position.
So stay tuned on that. That'll be cool. All right. Next on the list is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song.
Barry has no starting lineup put in yet.
I don't
what
have
the
it.
fuck, Barry?
I don't have a kicker, and it's an illegal lineup. I mean,
Get a kicker.
I don't want to get a kicker. I want to.
Oh
What?
my God, you're ruining the segment.
Yeah. You put a guy on IR. Get a fucking
I don't.
kicker.
I'd trade me
What the
Jamison
hell?
Williams for Paris Campbell,
Put
and
a
I'll
guy
put him on
on
right now.
Okay, hold on. Let's
have anyone to
pull
put
up,
on
pull up
IR.
Barry's roster. Let's
I
see.
got it.
I'll tell you what it is.
Let's see who he's got to drop to get a kicker.
Paris Campbell
Is that who's going down?
or Jalen Warren, but I mean, he's got a little too much upside. I think.
If you're going to drop Jalen Warren, let's talk. I'll trade you something for him.
Well, I got to drop Paris Campbell.
I'll trade you somebody for Jalen Warren, too.
RT Sports does have.
I just freaking called dibs, guy.
Dibs denied.
I do have a 2% chance of winning with
We
no
could maybe
lineup
talk
in right
Jamison Williams
It does
now
give
for
you.
Jalen Warren.
for Jalen Warren.
Well,
Mm.
anyway,
that could be thought about.
so you're going to go Tua, which
But you're
is
going to need to pay for the trade.
if you go Daniel Jones, you get a Sunday night 8:20
No.
prime time NBC.
I don't make
Danny
my
Dimes.
Do you not? I love having like a
The last
Sunday
guy,
night
yeah.
or Monday night guy going. Like I'll
'Cause
oftentimes.
it just feels like you have hope.
Yeah. It's
Like even if my guys suck on Sunday, man, I got that guy late.
right. I love having a Sunday night guy mostly, but Monday's pretty sick too.
James Cook Monday.
You do? Will you be starting him?
I would think so.
Monday night, James Cook.
Charbonnet.
All right. Well, since Barry can't set a legal lineup, we'll just move on to the next one. Mavericks.
Versus the Predators.
What's Bygrovich? Is that his last name?
No, that's just Crown Point speak.
What is it?
Hey, Pinky Bagrovich. I don't know.
Is that his? Is his last name? It is his last name.
No, it's Vassallo is his last name.
Well, what's Bogrovich? Can you get back with
Bogrovich.
us, Vasala? What is Bogrovich? It
Duh.
is very Chechen. Are you Chechen, bro?
It's a little Crown Point Phil versus Vassallo matchup.
I
here.
know. So this will be a good matchup, actually.
Buddy
I did-
versus Buddy.
Who's favored? Vasalo's favored.
Solo favored.
Barely though.
His receivers are nasty.
He's got the fiddler fondler. Look at my PP. Deshaun Watson going against Kenny Pickett.
The fiddler fondler. Look at Matt PP.
Sorry, was that too much?
A little bit. I'm gonna write it down.
Hey, I should say allegedly.
Allegedly. Please
Uh,
don't sue us, Deshaun.
Right. PP.
Didn't you sign an NDA, Dan, to not talk about this in public?
I said allegedly. Doesn't that cover anything you say?
With all due respect.
With
no,
all
you
due-
stupid motherfucker.
Right, with all due respect. With all due respect, allegedly. Okay. So then that's going to be a good matchup. Phil is rolling.
PP handler.
Phil is rolling 3 running backs, 2 wide receivers.
P-Ryan.
And Maverick is going with the 4 wide receiver set with the hero back of DeAndre Swift, as mentioned before. It'll be interesting to see what his role is in Philly. Like, it's going to be week 1 will tell a lot about Philly's running game. And there's one other, Miami. We'll see what Miami's going to do, who's going to start, who's going to get carries, et cetera.
Phil's getting 6.5 points, so
I'd
the
take
money
Phil
line
on
on
that.
Phil straight up's got to be about plus 140. I'd take Phil straight up plus 140.
Mm-hmm. And he's got that Kenny Pickett, George Pickens. If he can get a click-clack with those guys. Man, he doesn't even have Calvin Ridley or Geno Smith in his lineup. I bet he'd be favored if he did. I'd have to guess, maybe. He's got a good team. He's got a lot of good players. If you want to trade me Calvin Ridley, please call me. All right, next team. What do we have here? Fire Hazard against White Fox. And I am favored by what?
3.5.
3.5. Okay. So this is going to be a close one. We got Mahomes against Burrow. That's just like,
AFC Championship.
God, that's
basically.
just like the 2 big kids in the neighborhood meeting freaking at Main Street for a brawl. Burrow. That's Captain America.
Wow. If Captain America and Iron Man had a baby,
Yeah.
It'd be Joe Burrow.
That's right.
he is definitely an Avenger.
His mom is Wonder Woman.
Weaver's
Even though
going.
it's 2023, please.
Weaver's going with the very missionary style 2 running back, 3 receiver, 1 tight end set.
As are you.
Right?
Right.
It's such a vanilla
I'm like,
matchup.
let's mix it up tonight and maybe, do some lingerie.
Yeah, maybe roll over and lay there.
Right.
I
Not
might
even
put-
doggy, just roll over.
I might do the McKinnon instead of the Akers, if that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Just,
could I change?
spice it up.
Yeah, I might throw the Scantling in.
I think Weaver's week 1
Think.
record over the last 8 years is something like 7-1, so I'm going to have to take Weaver on this one.
I'm taking Weaver, too.
How dare you?
Just to be a dick.
I like it. I like being the
I like
underdog.
being an underdog for sure.
I do. Can we just talk about that my bench is Anthony Richardson, Jerick McKinnon, Ezekiel Alvin Kamara, Marvez, Valdez Scantling, and Romeo Dobbs?
Wait, is that supposed to be good? Are we
I mean, that would
that's
be
good.
that would be like some guy's starting lineup and
yeah, D-Dog.
easy. You're gonna be hating on D-Dog. Have we even got to him yet?
We haven't.
Okay, let's see. We got here we go. Backcountry Money Booters. Tommy Tatro against Never Give Up Jason Hova.
3 in 2023, 2023.
Hova is favored. 3 and 23. And we've got a Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts battle.
Hova favored by 7.5.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, Pacheco Connor. And then this is where, I don't understand the Thielen. But, I
It's
guess
a placeholder for Brees Hall.
yeah, if Brees Hall's healthy, it'll be Brees Hall, won't it? So that'd be sexy. That'll probably put Tommy almost even with him. That's going to be a good matchup right there. This game right here, I think, has, other than myself, has potential to have high score of the week potential. This game.
Other than yourself.
Yeah, he dropped that
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably putting up
because Weaver's probably going to blow the frig up, dude.
all right.
He is
So,
5
7-1
touchdowns
in
for
week 1
Mahomes.
in the last 8.
and the last matchup of the week,
D-Dog favored by
Yeah.
a half point.
D-Dog is favored. No, I show Brain favored.
I don't. I
Yeah.
show D-Dog
Hold on.
minus
It's a
0.5.
They could tie.
No, it's minus. Yeah, D-Dog minus a half.
Minus a half.
But then if you look at the, hold on.
if you look at the percentage of
Yeah,
somebody winning,
Isn't that weird?
yeah, it's very weird. Doesn't make
Would
sense.
somebody please email RT Sports about this
Seriously.
is fucking
They
ridiculous.
clearly
I'm
don't
sorry.
get statistics.
Just send them.
God.
Seriously, Barry, tomorrow, can you just send them a link to the pod?
Yeah, I'll send them a strongly worded email along with the link
strongly
to the
worded
pod.
emails always work.
Yeah, bastards.
Jesus. It's disgusting.
Stupid bastards.
My money's on Brain.
Your money's on Brain. We got a Herbert Lamar Jackson. That's kind of cool.
Brain going with both Green Bay running backs.
Yeah.
I think Brain is definitely the team to beat this year. So, I mean, he's probably like negative 125 to win the championship.
You think so?
Fact.
Yeah, I'm going to see if he listens to this. And
Yeah, he does that. He's got the traditional missionary position lineup in. Maybe like a sideways doggy.
a three-way with Pat Fryermuth.
Wheelbarrow. Grab the ankles and
Yeah.
hold them up.
The Eiffel Tower with Fryermuth.
The Golden Gate.
Yeah.
The Golden Gate Bridge.
So,
Riveting.
but yeah.
Riveting. Riveting material here, fellas.
I know. He's I won't be. Should he put Jordan Love in instead of Justin Herbert to kind of
Please.
get that whole Green Bay vibe going?
For sure. They are playing the Bears.
Who is?
Green Bay.
Oh, really? That's a great Week 1 matchup.
Right.
Colts,
That makes me just want to
Colts Jags.
makes me want to
Packers Bears.
punch somebody
Battling
in
for the
stomach.
bottom of the division.
Nailed it.
All right, that's it. So, gonna be an excellent Week 1.
Real quick, I do want to go on record as not sure what round it is. If you can confirm, Danny, that Tommy took Devin Achane from Miami.
Yeah.
That was an auto pick. Tommy will try to tell you that he had that teed
I
up
did
and was
my
thinking that,
freaking
but I
Q
wanted
guy.
on record that if Devin Achane blows up, that Tommy gets no respect,
Yeah.
credit for that auto
Noted.
pick. So,
None.
Noted.
Thank you.
Yeah. Officially noted.
Thank you. It is written. It is decided.
It is decided. We're all three in our family league draft, which is in 14 days. Commissioner is Grandma Debbie, my mom, Jameson's mom. Barry's, what is
Aunt.
she to you?
Aunt.
And bro,
Jesus.
Love
I'm really good at accounting.
Oh, wow, man. What the fuck? No.
I'm really good at
Right.
accounting, but
Family trees.
I can't figure out
I
who my
can't
cousin,
prune the
my
can't
cousin
prune the
and
limbs on
my
the family
mom
tree.
are related.
Is she your aunt?
She is his aunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! I thought, should I take another? I thought I was the one hitting
If
this
he's
shit.
our cousin, that makes her his aunt.
Pass it.
Your dad is my uncle.
Pass.
My dad is your uncle.
Wow,
That's a
man.
good point.
My
That's a good
grandma
point.
is your
Aunt
grandma.
Cindy. Aunt Cindy. His mother is our aunt.
That's a good
Your
point.
aunt-in-law, your ex-aunt-in-law.
That's a really good point.
You're
Yeah.
pretty much dead to her right now, so.
Yeah. When's the last time you talked to Sandy?
Yeah, Jamie.
I know I have talked to her recently.
Not too long ago, actually.
Really? Hi, Aunt Sandy.
Henry's in the family league.
Heal
I
up.
always look
Heal
forward.
up, Uncle David.
I always look forward to Henry Austin Smack Talk.
Let's just run down the family league consists of cousin Barry, Mike Justice, who is my uncle, Jim Graham, which is Mike's friend, me, Austin, my son McLaughlin, Terry McKinney, Aunt TT, the Eli Alvis, my nephew
of the
Alvis clan,
of the intro outro fame.
Peyton's Posse, Debbie Canada, and Ed Lewis co-own team. That is Grandma Debbie. She is the commissioner. We have Alden and Dylan Solt, Aunt TT's grandkids. Henry McLaughlin, Barry's son. Jameson McLaughlin, my brother. And Alice Alderson, the woman responsible for all of the family.
The matriarch.
The matriarch. Alice Walder. She is, she's 90?
Yes.
That's badass. I
That
mean,
is badass.
I hope I'm
she
playing.
looks like she still hasn't
Yeah.
aged.
I hope I'm like drafting teams at 90. I'll probably have 100 underdog teams when I'm 90.
Per the handout at her birthday party, a new home was $5,000 when she was born.
That's crazy.
$450 for a brand new car.
Yeah. So
1933.
The good old days.
So that draft is in 14 days. Once that happens, we'll run down that a little bit. But that's just, I mean, that league's been around for quite a while now.
Fact.
I'm very happy to be. Every draft I've been in so far this year, the underdog, best ball leagues, and then the RFL draft, I've been in the top 3 every time. I'm happy to be drafted.
Yeah,
from
the
10 and see what
swing
happens.
again.
Did you see the draft order? Everybody did?
Swing.
Correct. 10.
11.
I'm at 6 or 7. 7. I'm at 7.
Gross.
I want to dominate.
I'm going to get Jamar Chase
So,
again.
all right, what else? What's on your mind next? Let's talk. Any other fantasy football stuff, boys?
No.
Did we cover Devin Achane? I can cross that off, right? Okay.
Yeah, we got Tommy gets no credit for Devin Achane.
None.
None.
Auto pick.
You ought to just drop him right now.
Wasn't in the queue.
Right. Any other stuff? If anybody wants to talk more about my team personally, just hit me up on Instagram or
Twitter. X.
Is it Sam Ellinger?
Ellinger.
Is there, if there is a preseason Hall of Fame, would Sam Ellinger be in the preseason Hall
Did
of
he
Fame?
lead a fourth quarter comeback? 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, boys?
He's the
That's
best
Danny.
preseason
He was
quarterback
Danny's
ever.
savior for the Colts.
Oh, he
last
loved
I
year.
was so excited last year, just because Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, finally somebody who
Can
isn't
move.
doesn't
And
wear cement
He
shoes.
proceeded to suck out loud.
Yeah, Jameson, do you want to talk any Center Grove soccer?
We're really good.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of set the stage. You are 5-0,
5-0.
18 goals for, 1 goal against.
Correct.
Wee!
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and the thing is
Who got that one goal?
Brebuff, a 6'5" kid. They crossed it in. He just giant.
that was a nasty goal.
It was a legit goal. Nothing you could do about it.
It was the 5 opponents have been Roncalli, Brebuff,
Bloomington South,
Bloomington South,
Elkhart, and
Elkhart.
Evansville Castle.
Evansville Castle.
Ooh, Falcons still coming up on the schedule.
Yeah,
They
Southport and the Falcons.
So we're talking Roncalli unranked, Brebuff number 1 and 2A,
Yeah, that's a good win.
Bloomington South number 10,
And 5A.
Castle is
3A.
number 11, and Elkhart number 19. So we've beat. I mean, Brebuff to me was the best team we've played so far.
I was
Them
at that game.
Them in Castle.
Yeah.
So
How
Brebuff
many
did tie
classes are there?
3.
3.
3A is the biggest class.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brebuff did tie 2-time state champion Noblesville this weekend. Noblesville had to score in the final couple minutes to tie them.
Is that right?
Fact.
Yeah, dude. You guys looked really good in that Brebuff game, clicking. Here's the thing: is Brebuff was a really good team. They've got
Fact.
some nasty skill, speed,
Size.
well coached, size. Their defenders are big, fast boys, and you guys just kind of were better than them, which is crazy because in a lot of years, like that's a team that would have just kicked your ass 3-0 and sent you home.
Yes.
But you went up 2-0, if I remember correctly,
Correct.
and then they scored in the middle of the second half.
About 15 minutes left.
Yeah. But I didn't, honestly, it was 2-1, and they were really good, but I kind of felt like you should have won that game. You had some other chances that.
We
Yeah.
missed a couple that we will normally put away.
Yeah.
It could have been 4-0 before and it just been over, but we let them stay in it.
Who did you play in the first game on Saturday? Elkhart. Yeah, how were they?
Elkhart was good. Todd Shealy, how you doing?
Hey, Todd.
They
Former
were
Weir
good.
team, I think.
Todd always has them very organized. Good team. They moved the ball well. 10 and 11 up top were a handful. Eli missed a couple that he's never going to miss again.
Yeah, Eli Deddy.
Yeah, he's good. But our defending has been just next level. The whole summer, the only thing we worked on every single summer practice is defending because our defending the last couple of years has not been where it should be.
Yeah.
And this year, 1 goal allowed in 5 games against 4 basically top 20 teams. Pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's the best defense I've seen Center Grove have since kind of those. Your championship team defense was incredible, but there's been some good defenses there, and but for the last 4 or 5 years, it's definitely been your weakness.
Yeah, the center mids, the 2 holding mids are really a huge part of it as well.
I don't think you have your starting 11. I don't really see a weakness, man. And they play so well together. It's the possession the possession coming out of the back and in the midfield is so nice and so crisp. And then really your most dangerous play is the through ball or over the top to Deddy. But, like, the work up to that is so nice, you know, that, like, it's not just the through ball, not just the long ball. It's a nice, like, controlled build-up from the back through the midfield. And you know, I think something that they can work on is the passing in the offensive third, because it is a little too much just searching balls, crosses and such. And there's some times when they could do some more short passing, and it looked like Deddy started passing a little more in the last couple games.
Yep.
And
the Brazilian kid is
what's his
now
name?
up to Matthews. He
Matthews.
is now up to 5 goals, and
Is he?
He missed a couple in the Elkhart game too. That were like he missed a header from like 2 yards out. And
he's
so,
nasty. Yeah, I mean your two forwards are just what do you call it? The first team All-State. Yeah, first team All-State players. They're excellent.
Yeah, and the nice thing is the 5 kids that come off the bench, even the goalkeeper, those kids could come off the bench and be some of the best players in the game coming off the bench. So it's a good problem to have.
Your Whitney boys are nasty players. They're creative. They just got that tough mentality.
Yep.
I know their father and their uncle so you know where that comes from.
Yep.
They were football players. Who else? What else? Who's coming up that's going to test you think? Everybody. Your schedule's
A week
pretty
from
nasty.
today is Columbus North at home.
Okay.
So that'll be
What are they
number 4.
ranked?
Number 4.
Yeah.
And then I think a week or 2 later is at Noblesville, number 2 Noblesville.
In 3A.
In 3A. And then we also have Cathedral, who will be good. Perry Meridian could be good.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily be. You won't be, but you could be 5-5 next time we talk. But I don't think so.
Our game Thursday's already been rescheduled.
What do you mean?
We're supposed to play.
Heat.
Yeah, it's going to be 99 degrees on Thursday. They already rescheduled due to heat. Too hot.
That's dumb.
Too hot.
It's freaking hot.
What
bro.
what has happened to
play soccer.
society?
99 is pretty hot, man. I mean, nobody
That's
wants
without
to
the
be in
humidity. It's supposed to be 99. The
At 7:00 at night?
heat index probably be about 120.
That's what water's for, isn't it? I mean,
Spray some water on it, guys. Yeah, no, but we moved it to September 14th. Arsenal Tech.
Oh, well, that's going to be a tough one. So
that's a very, I assume, a Hispanic heavy
Yes,
team. Yeah.
Very. Last time we played them, they were all Latin kids.
And I bet they play a
Coach-
different kind of soccer than what you run into a lot.
They were very direct, over the top a lot.
Yeah.
They had a right wing kid that was fast.
Really?
And good. It was 7-6 last time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
It was not a defensive struggle.
that's a bummer. So no game this week.
No game this week. No game.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. Well, yeah, good
just
start.
another podcast on Thursday then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we could rip
Yeah.
another one. Hey guys, we
Hey,
could
what's up?
really get
Back.
it. We could
Your-
really get into FIBA.
Guess who's back?
Your
in the
niece does
motherfucking
need a ride to
house?
her practice tomorrow.
with a big fat
Just
snowball.
FYI, you're not listening. I said
Say-
your niece does need her ride to practice tomorrow if you're still in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was not planning on that.
Let me know.
Yeah, I will. Okay. That's great for the podcast. This
Take
Yeah.
it off a line.
Burning
This
desire.
is starting to become a Staples meeting right here. Can you please just take this shit off a line?
All right. Well, that's enough for the old CG soccer. On to Barry. I mean, Barry said, "Gotta have some time at the end for burning desires." I got some
We
stuff to
covered
get
that
off my
with the
chest.
FIBA, right? I mean,
Yeah, that
we
was Barry's is FIBA.
we talked about Zach Edey, right?
Yeah.
Did we talk about Jackson Smith and Jigba? Or do we need to do that for a few minutes?
We
Just
don't.
Such a cool name.
It was my 7th round pick that I got from Brad.
Yeah.
He's a wide receiver for
Stole
the
it.
Seattle Seahawks.
Somehow Barry had 2 picks in the 7th round from some weird trade that happened. So dumb. But
League winner,
Jameson, you have any burning desires?
championship,
Second week of the EPL, like I said.
Hushmazille.
Liverpool, I like it. I like it a lot. Still looking to buy a midfielder, maybe a defender. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
They did just get the Japanese captain, though, Wataru Endo, to play in the midfield. 30-year-old guy, but he's a beast from everything I read.
Nice.
Man City has a huge loss. Kevin De Bruyne out for months.
Yeah.
Torn hamstring.
So I hate that because I like De Bruyne.
Yeah, I love De Bruyne, but I hate Man City, so I don't hate it. and they already lost Gundogan to Barcelona. So I'm interested to see how they can play without those two guys, because that was their engine and their creativity. And who's going to get the ball to Holland now? Erling.
You know who's going to get the ball to Holland?
Speaking of a Marvel character.
The gods.
The gods.
The gods will get the ball to
gods.
Holland. You know?
Joe Burrow.
Burrow, man, he may come in and play center mid, boy.
Well said,
Jamar
Barry.
Chase running the wing.
If Joe Burrow has an assist to Holland this year, like,
Wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised one bit, dude. For real.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Sick. That's a great
must
tag,
be an
Barry.
Avenger.
Must be an Avenger. That's a great tag by you.
I mean,
Proud of
Thank
you.
Aaron Rodgers did meet
I tried.
Erling Haaland at Lambeau last year.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Is that true?
that is a fact.
I like
They
that.
played at Lambeau, and Rodgers came down and chatting him up.
If I can get 3 to land per pod, 4 in the pod that goes this long, then I'm just doing my job. So
Fact.
Yeah, you really are.
I think
This
I got
is a
4.
long one,
I
boys.
think I got 4.5 to
What is
land.
it?
So
Hour and 25.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, we should probably wrap it up. My only burning desire is tennis. I know everybody hates tennis, but I love it. Went to the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati last week on Monday and Wednesday. It was freaking awesome, man. It was like I was a kid in a candy store. It was so great. There's like 7 or 8 courts going at once if you go early in the week, and you can literally go down to the front row of some of these little tiny stadiums.
Did
and
it sound like a Turkish bathhouse with 7
Oh.
or 8 quarters? Ah!
yes.
vinegar stroking. I love Djokovic's forehand vinegar stroke.
Yeah. Now, well, like Djokovic and Alcaraz play in the.
I see. I'm going way over on how many are landing tonight.
Oh my God! I
to like
forgot
6
about the
at this
vinegar
point.
strokes.
I'm just proud of you that Alcaraz is a known name to you now.
Did he win it?
No,
It was,
Djokovic.
Djokovic revenge for Wimbledon.
It was a
U.S.
3-setter.
Open Flushing Meadows rubber match.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Djokovic won in 3. Alcaraz won the first set, and then Djokovic won the next 2. And the third set it finished at 6-6, and so it was a tiebreaker. It was amazing.
Sick.
7-5, I think. But yeah. So now starting next week, is the U.S. Open, and yeah. So
Are you going to Flushing Meadow is the
Pro-
question.
no, because we're going to Vegas for first weekend of football. So probably not. Next year, I think next year my plan is to go to Flushing Meadows and for like 4 or 5 days, week, and then fly from there to Vegas and just like, because we're gonna be doing the RFL draft there next year in Vegas. That's happening. So you better start.
That's a real thing.
better start breaking the news to K Dizzle that Vegas trip
We've already
coming.
discussed it.
Nice. I think I'll probably invite Kelly. Right? You
I just have to figure out how to do it with soccer.
yeah.
Labor Day weekend would be
Interim
ideal.
head coach.
Trotter.
Labor Day weekend would be ideal.
Oh boy.
There's those in the league that would not like drafting after the first Thursday game.
Yeah,
Day
that's
weekend.
not a big hurdle.
Before the first Thursday game.
That's not a big hurdle to
Right.
get over, though.
As opposed to the first weekend of football is after the first Thursday game.
Mm-hmm.
But Labor Day weekend is ideal. I'm with you.
Shut your face.
I'm agreeing with you.
All right. Well, I think that will wrap it up for this pod. So until next time, go Colts. Anthony Richardson, AR5. Let's do it.
Peace.
No out, though?
No out.
No out?
No out.